Hello, everybody, and welcome to round 2 of the Midsouth Collegiate Open. My name is Daniel Dravitt, and I am joined by
Toby Martin
and
Nick Puttycomb,
our camera guy and our adult advisor and editor. So we've got a special treat here for you. We decided to bring him on because of how tough this course was to film and kind of to visualize, to give you guys a little extra angle on what's going on here. To fill everyone in, this is a 3-round college tournament event, 2 of those rounds being rotating doubles, and what we've got here for you today is the singles round. So how this is going to work is each player on the team, they're comprised of 4 players, is going to play singles rounds. Those scores will all be added together, then divided by 4 to have their average round score. That will then be added to their 2 rounds of rotating doubles. This is a tough course, as you guys know from playing it a little bit and filming it. So let's just dive right into it. All right, here we are starting on hole 4 of the course. This is a tight gap shot. And first off on the tee, we have Austin.
So yeah, Austin was our lefty on this card, so of course he had to bust out the forehand there to try to find a line. The lines were narrow on this course. I will say filming was tough. I imagine playing was even harder because trying to find a line to see people, let alone to actually get a disc through there, was quite a challenge.
Yeah, and it's cool to have a lefty on the card just to kind of see what different routes that they're taking. And this is Noah, I believe, from Texas A&M. Is he going with that left gap? No. I don't know. The left gap seems kind of not real, kind of fake.
Yeah, he really tried to flex that one out. I'll say, we'll see a lot more of interesting choices throughout this course today, as there's a lot of times where you can't just pick your normal go-to and you end up, getting stuck with, whatever you can possibly pull off. And a lot of those were forehands, flexes, tomahawks, whatever else. And
there we had Dalton Hastings of the Illini disc golf team throwing a great drive, really getting up to the landing zone for at least a par, it looked like. Very tricky hole. Toby, I know you played some of these holes kind of getting ready for filming it. What do you think of some of these gaps, man?
I mean, there's just not much to hit. You have a lot of very narrow gaps that are very long, so you have to keep the disc straight for a long time, and it's just a difficult course to manage. And any deviation from the main path, you are getting kicked off in the woods where you just have to manage your way through, and not a lot of way to get back on the fairway either. You're just kind of hoping to get a disc down towards the basket.
Yeah, a super scrappy style of disc golf. And these approaches are not easy for par. The danger does not stop anywhere on these holes. Putt for par for Dalton. Oh, man. Jeez.
That's a tough putt.
Yeah, and
on the chains.
Yeah, it should be noted that the course record on this course previously was only 3 under par, which should just tell you a lot about how difficult this course is. Comebacker for bogey, and he is good for it.
Here we have Seth putting out.
Believe that was par? Seth for a par. Yeah, so,
Next we have hole 5. This hole is a pretty straight shot. One of the easier ones on the course, actually. You can kind of swing a backhand and just get it near the basket towards the end. You have a lot more room than a lot of other holes on this course.
Yeah, and Seth going for this hyzer line, which I really think it's the play. You can see how these woods are just thin here, and I am willing to roll the dice on getting through there. And even if you're not, you're having a short straddle putt.
Well, this is one of your only moments where you actually have some airspace to work with. And so, yeah, I think getting an opportunity to throw a hyzer in there, it's a beautiful kick right at it.
Good kick off the tree.
Second kick there as well, bringing it back to the...
That was extremely nice. Yeah, you can kind of go for the left gap and just go straight at it, but I don't recommend.
Lefty forehand from Austin. Loved seeing lefty forehands from him all throughout this course today. A little short, but similar line.
Yeah, this is not one of those ones where you're necessarily worrying too hard about a bogey. Dalton inside, kind of, making that work. Oh, wow, really making that work. A little short.
Good stop. That skip looked like it was getting a little wild.
Yeah. The nice thing about these woods being so dense is that, with a lot of these shots, you're not going to go too much further than the woods allow you to in the basket if you're able to kind of finagle a straddle or something like that.
Yeah, the woods are definitely part of your strategy. Often thinking about, all right, that'll probably stop it.
Jeez.
Ooh, missed birdie putt from Dalton.
That's tough. That's tough early. But I know my guy. He's a trooper. He's in the room. He's watching us do this.
Good
also
birdie from Seth.
We've also said it's tough transitioning from the doubles play into
Oh
this.
my
You're
gosh.
coming straight from a very strategic, assuming you've got somebody to cover you or you're coming to cover somebody else. And it's just such a completely different mindset going from that into the singles. And so I think, that's what we were seeing here at the beginning is just kind of shaking off the doubles round and getting rolling into the singles round a little better.
Yeah, and just the stress of having to take every shot you throw. Like you have to deal with the consequences of your actions.
Right.
You don't have Dalton Hastings to save you on your double shot, man. It's scary. It's terrifying.
So
What
here you can see
is
already
this?
our first of many, directly overhead. And this is one of the times we actually had room to work with and still chose to go with that.
Yeah, that could have just been a forehand. Cool shot though. I mean, looking up there for a putt. Forehand here, a little bit more traditional. There is OB on the left and long. This is,
Coming in there.
yeah, clip something
Came up pretty short.
Yeah. Great lefty hole.
Finally, he gets a good one for him there.
Oh, beautiful. Ooh, not
A
beautiful.
little long. Pushing this OB. There's an OB line right behind.
Oh.
Rolls, spins barely in. I was on the
Wow.
catch cam. I was giving thumbs up to the card.
Was that you ever get scared seeing the discs fly at you, Toby?
Yeah, not really. I move out of the way pretty quick. There were a couple times later in this card where there were some pretty close calls, though.
Yeah. Dalton in the woods there. Gonna have to scramble out of that. Not sure what he's got here. Ooh, not much.
Pretty much a pitch out at that point.
But pars are fine on this course. The best score earlier in the day from the B pool was even par, so we all knew what we were getting into with this one.
Yeah, this is one where you can catch up real soon because there's going to be other people hitting trees, and so even if you have one bad hole, you know that others are out there having the same trouble.
Yeah, as long as you're not taking it too hard and just getting really down on yourself for getting these bogeys, because they are going to happen. As long as you don't send yourself into a spiral, you can keep a relatively clean scorecard here. We got a par 4 up next. This is, I don't even know how to describe this hole. Par 4, forehand off the tee, and then you scramble. You just scramble.
Yeah, this is a pick a line kind of situation because once you hit something, which is probably going to happen, you're going to just have to pick a new route based on wherever you ended up.
Yeah, that got so clean.
Yeah, even hit something at the end there, but that was definitely a miracle flight. That got through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it's looking a little long of kind of, I think, where you need to be. Forehand. High is so dangerous.
Yeah, went up right away.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Advancing is all you can ask for sometimes on these. Is just getting some distance forward.
Yeah, just hitting the initial gap and just going, because you can't control your lie.
Austin got all the way through. That's really far down. That's closest to the hole so far.
Yeah, you had to turn around on that one, huh?
Getting a pretty clean run up the gap there.
This looks great as long as it.
Oh,
There
bad
was
kick.
the inevitable tree.
Yeah. And I don't even. I guess I kind of see a line here, but when I was playing this hole, it was a series of thumbers. I won't lie.
Yeah, I think this is just the beginning of that. We're starting to see the first of a lot of straddles, a lot of lean outs, a lot of thumbers and forehands.
That's really interesting that he jump putted that. I had considered jump putting kind of like back onto fairways a lot of times on this course, but I kind of realized that it's like you're not necessarily guaranteed a good line there anyways. So
Right, you're not pitching back out to an open fairway or
exactly.
anything.
I was in a big time forward progress mentality. Whereas like if I'm playing a course like Northwoods Black where the fairways are, very wide, just super long, I think pitching out is more of a valid option there. Whereas like here, it's like you got to move. You got to get forward somehow.
I think that was about the last one we saw either. I mean, he did a pitch out early, but as we started to get deeper in these woods, everybody was thinking just that same way. Like, even if I can only get 50 feet, I got to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these putts through the woods also obstructed. There's not a lot. Dalton cashes this one, though.
Wow, that was fantastic. Yeah, a lot of limbs in the way. A lot of limbs in the way for sure.
Seth taking a putt.
Very strong putt from
Yeah,
Seth
good and
there.
committed on that
Yeah.
one.
Sometimes when you come from that rotating doubles round, like you were saying, I think the putts come out just a little less confident. Knowing you don't have someone behind you to make that putt. So interesting to see that play out. Hole 10 here, par 3. It kind of plays like a par 4. You have to get out to the right and then, kind of a straight shot into the basket. You can do a sneaky backhand. This looks, no, that's more of a layup.
Turn that over.
I don't even know how to describe. You have to like flip up, go straight, ride right just a bit, fade if you wanted to get there. This is kind of go for it, but it's also safe, and that's going to be fine.
Another little kick there.
Yeah, lefty forehand gets him in the fairway.
Yeah.
Dalton with a forehand here. He's just playing for a 3. Executes this well.
Ooh.
Last Guardian's getting out of the woods.
Yeah. As long as he's out enough, though, he'll have a look in for par. Forehand here. Ooh, left. That's going to be tricky.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody finding a kick, and none of those are very good landing spots.
Oh gosh,
There you go.
Yeah, forehand roller.
Falling
roller.
forward roller. Yep. Go airborne with some of these thumbers. And
Dalton just is lucky enough to have a hyzer here. Just barely out of the gap.
Austin with the nicest look directly at the basket.
Wow. Really clean lefty forehand.
Yeah.
a great couple throws from Austin there.
Long bid.
Ooh, just low.
Yeah, tough to see. Good sit, though.
It's a tough time of year too, where the branches are kind of they're there and they're hanging, and the dead ones are intermixed in there. So you see a lot of these again, straddles, knees, leaning out and falling forward on to try to get any momentum on these putts.
Yeah, and a lot of pars here. Not sure if we saw a bogey though. We did see a bogey. Yeah. Hole 11. This hole is kind of a change of pace. No gap to hit. Really just wide open, and this is going to be so hard to understand where the basket is from just watching it on film. I don't even know. Toby, where were you standing here?
I was standing to the left of the basket, at least from my perspective. You get to see where the basket is on Dalton's throw here, actually. He swings a hyzer line right out, and he actually beautifully gets within the circle, actually, on that.
Wow.
He has a birdie look on this putt. Made
Yeah.
it all the way down there.
Crashed
Meanwhile, Seth just puts it a little short, and he's inside these woods here, I believe.
Man, and just a little bit shorter than Dalton's drive, but really just in jail. Common theme out here is just thorns and like thick piles of bushes that you do not want to be landing in. This one is...
Yeah, Noah lays up.
right back at
Austin
you.
found himself in the bushes here, and he makes it 2 feet.
Oh, no. You know, what I'll say about this course is you're using all your shots. You're using all your discs. You're throwing everything you got at this course.
Yeah, definitely test your utility skills on this one.
Absolutely. And wow, that looked nice. I think I
Dalton
love a
for
course
birdie.
that tests your utilities like that. That's not just a park that you're throwing hyzers in. And it tests you. Great putt.
Grabbed on.
Good putt for birdie. Look at Dalton hiding behind that tree. It's kind of cute there. Oh, so
tough
close.
spit out.
Another of those, half on a knee, reaching around a tree. You can see it's just not a straight putt. He's swinging his arm way out just to try to get anything on it.
Yeah, I mean, the wood line in a lot of these places is just about C1. So, I mean, most of the time you're right at the edge of that. Hole 12, I believe this begins the series of currently temp holes for the course. This one, you got to go to the right. It's either a forehand or a backhand turnover. Dalton throwing a forehand here. Wow, what a great shot here. Wow.
Ooh, nice skip.
Yeah, very nice. Good shot and a good shot film-wise.
Yeah, Dalton make
On
that
one.
look way easier than it actually is. There is not a lot of room in that gap, and you cannot see the basket. So you're kind of swinging and hoping that you can get around. First backhand, he's looking to turn this over.
It looks like
And
the
he gets
ceiling's-
through.
Ceiling's
Yeah.
pretty tight too, or it's coming down. So even when you are getting in there, again, you can't be airing it out. You got to be coming in at a nice low level.
Yeah, that was a great righty backhand from Noah there. And this was just early. Or was that late? It
Held onto it a little long.
Yeah.
Really late release.
going to see him scramble here. Forehand doesn't look too bad here.
Nah, that's a good upshot for par.
Yeah.
Oh, giving those
wow.
that run.
Wow. Good to hit metal from out there.
Good birdie from Noah.
Yeah, fantastic C2 putt from Noah.
definitely seeing everybody warm up a little bit here. Like I said, getting out of that team doubles funk and starting to feel like a singles round.
Yeah, you're playing more. You're getting into it. You're not having the like hot and cold of a rotating dubs round where you're not putting for a while. Good cleanup.
Yeah. Couple birdies on this hole from this card. Really nicely done.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're still going to have, another temp hole here. I believe this was the easiest hole on the course, or it should be. Short hyzer, 230 feet. Really just, straight hyzer, that type of thing. Dalton is throwing what is, I'm thinking that's an MD1. No, that was so dumb. That's a zone. No? It's a pursuit. This is really the only thing I would call a must get on the course of sorts. These trees are a little nasty sometimes when you throw a good shot. It can leave you in C2.
Seth taking a hyzer route in here.
Little.
Yeah, is he going to get there? Just a little bit too wide on the right, it looks like.
Yeah, forehand here. This is, birdies don't, come by much here, and that's tough to.
It's like, those little ones, you don't even see sometimes. You're so, focused on the tree, the gap right in front of you. You don't see that next gap coming.
Exactly. There's a main gap on a lot of these holes, and then there's just some lingering branches that you're worried about, but you're also kind of thinking, what if I just got through them? What if I just got through them and got a little lucky?
Throw hard enough, right?
Exactly. Just throw hard enough. Like I'm throwing a driver, it should snap those twigs. Oh, I thought that was, how was that not in?
That looks so good. Looked like it fell right through the basket.
That really did look like that. See one putt here, and that is cash. We love to see that.
Good par save.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely see the putt confidence coming in there. How we get Noah here?
Ooh.
Oh.
Looked pretty windy out there.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Looked
right as
very
that was
windy.
happening, you could see the ground starting to blow around a little bit. He got just a little bit of lift on it after it came out of the hand.
Another good birdie from Dalton. That's a streak of 3 birdies for Dalton Hastings. He's on a good run after the tough bogey on the first hole. He's now down to -2.
Wow, gobble gobble, 'cause that's a turkey. Hole 13, downhill par 3, 290 feet. There is straight gap downhill, really touchy shot. There is also a hyzer option. Not sure if we're seeing anyone take that. Dalton going down the middle with what I feel like is probably an MD1 this time. Yeah. This is looking good. Has some heat.
Right over the top of it.
Beautiful shot. Just placed a slight bit too high for the hill.
Really hard to match that slope, but sometimes you just got to rely on some, some bushes, some trees, kind of keeping you near the basket. Calling it to sit.
Hear him calling to sit. Yeah, that's kind of the issue here, right? Is getting it to come back down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think this is no. Is it straight? It kind of looks like he's flying up the hyzer. No, he's going straight. Oh, he's doing the hyzer. Wow, that did not look like he was lining up the hyzer. Let's see it. Let's go.
All right.
I'm a big advocate for the hyzer play.
Yeah, just take it all out of the situation. Just go in the air.
Yeah, just try and crash the left side trees.
Thought he was going to chuck it up there too, but no, he went low.
Yeah, low burner. So, it's what you got to do, but that a little too low. This is scary too. Wow. Wow.
All right.
Very, very skillful there.
And those lefties have no choice, right? They end up working out those utility skills a lot more. They got all the forehand shots, all the weird ways to get themselves out of there.
They got to do it to survive.
Here we go, taking a knee just for that height. Just how much you're coming down. And the camera doesn't always do it justice.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good birdie putt.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And
Scary downhill putt to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with all.
Oh.
He was coming back up.
Yeah, that didn't.
That was just a little.
Looked like he tripped or something there.
Like I was saying, so many of these putts are being taken from a knee or leaning out or just not a comfortable straddle. So yeah, it's there was a lot of times we were seeing our players kind of struggle with those.
Yeah, it's tough in those thick woods, and that's actually going to conclude the front 9 of the round 1 for the singles coverage. Quick thank you to the Moose family and the tournament director. What was his name?
Eli Webb.
Eli Webb. Sorry, Eli. Thank you to Eli Webb. Thank you to these guys right here for being a part of the production crew. Thank you to RJ for doing graphics. And thank you to the club. Anything to add, guys?
So you got to subscribe. You got to come back for more because we've still got the back nine coverage coming up. And so you can check out the finale to the singles. And then after that, we'll have one more round of the rotating dubs to see how the whole tournament comes together. So yeah, subscribe for more of those. Like this one, leave a comment. We'll definitely start the conversation if you want to jump in. So yeah, come on back for more.
Yeah.
See you in the next one.